Ever since I blew, they all on my. Hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long. Say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex-slick, then hit with the. Back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back and then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these 4 things pull out the VIP. Suck to a nut, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Lose 60.
Down to lose 1. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber.
Watch safety creep. Watch that.
Easy.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. A big run there by Johnson. 54 yards on the ground. They had trouble stopping the run last week in a loss, and here it rears its ugly head early.
You're supposed to try and get your confidence going after a loss like that where you gave up big yards running the football. This is not the way to go about it. It looks like...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. J.D. McKissick, his second touchdown on the season. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Now Matt Prater for the point after. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
It's our time.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They'll throw on first down to Taylor. He's got Allen. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
58, right over there.
To throw again is Taylor. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 23 yards, the final tally. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. This is Gordon. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Taylor now to throw on 3rd down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
4th down. Here's Taylor. And Allen's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. 1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Lions' 4-yard line.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They run it here with Gordon. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Melvin Gordon. His first touchdown here of the new campaign as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Let's go.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Hey, 70. Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
Right here. 44's the mic. 44's mic. Check, check.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Check 31. Check Omaha. Ready to move. Watch out. Topper.
Stafford. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Lions, first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
7-7, our score after 1.
The score tied
7-7. 50-50. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Easy.
They'll run it with Johnson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Joey Bosa with the tackle for loss. How about that pedigree in his family?
Yeah, some good pedigree. Tell us about it, Mr. Davis.
Dad played in the NFL, first-round draft pick. Uncle was a first-round draft pick. He's got a brother coming behind him. But Joey Bosa, guy plays really, really hard and plays all aspects on defense.
Stafford delivers this to Hawkinson. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
50 seconds. 14 yards. That's another. Middle. Detroit Lions.
From the red zone now, Stafford. He'll buy some time right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a number.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Nick Bawden, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions have taken the lead. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it in the play before with a smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score it.
And that has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10.
Let's go one more. Hayward. Hey, 25 to Mike. We'll go 25 to Mike. Hey, defense, let's go. Hurry.
Throwing now, Taylor on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's second and 10. Taylor now throwing again. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. The reception good for 7. It's third down. He's the guy, Mike Williams, that the Chargers took 7th overall a couple of years ago. Battled injuries as a rookie, but in full health last year, he caught 43 passes with a knack of really finding the end zone. 10 of those 43 catches went for touchdowns. From the gun on third down, it's Taylor. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. Fourth down, and on is Ty Long to punt. Back deep, Danny Amendola. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're open to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And shedding through the tackle. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get it.
And that pass is going to be intercepted by the All-Pro DB Desmond King. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
After the interception, here's Taylor. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The end result, 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Hey, 25 heads, yeah. 25 to Mike. In the face.
Now Gordon on first down. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of Gordon. Loses the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down.
Tight down, tight down.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Escaping the pressure right. And it's caught. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it first and goal.
And there's Tyrod Taylor doing what he does best. Look, he's taken a few lumps along the way, and some people haven't believed in him, but this is where he excels, outside of the pocket, making plays.
As prolific with his legs as any quarterback in the league?
I would say yes to that.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Gordon. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, Eckler. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Here we go. Here we go. Get you on it. Get you on it. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball.
Spins away. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 4th down.
Badgley able to punch this one through. The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
This one taken just inside the 10. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Taylor. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. Badgley on for the extra point. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
You ready?
From the gun, here's Stafford. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Stafford now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Stafford toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Stafford. And it's caught here. Amendola. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing again is Stafford. Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And with that, they move ahead by a point here in this 3rd quarter. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Charger drive about to get going.
That's track. That's track. Look, check. Motion on the backfield.
On first down, it's Taylor. Got Gordon open, completes it. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now it's Taylor into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker, and he'll take this back down inside the 20.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Jones has it. 11 yards for number 11.
Here we go.
It's a gain of 11. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing 3rd down.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Hey, tight. Drill right. 22. Hey, 3, 218.
They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with 4th down now looming. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And they add on and get a little bit of a cushion. It's 20-16 now. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devon Kennard. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Taylor, open man is Quinn. He completes it. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
A gain of 6 yards.
At 25 to Mike. We've got 25 to Mike. Watch the car.
On 3rd down, Taylor, a bullet throw, but incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Amendola set to return it. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Lions will take over.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
Chargers 16.
Omaha, ready to move. Hey, easy. Look at him.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. And that is incomplete here.
Stafford's pass. Thrown to the sideline and incomplete.
Ready.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
That ball. Hurry. 21. 49 to Mike. 49 to Mike.
Out of the gun, Stafford. He completes it to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And this one is right down the middle. And that'll make this a 7-point game. And from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. They'll throw on first down with Taylor. Hunter Henry brings it in. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Now Taylor to throw. He'll get this to Eckler. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
Let's go.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed?
And that pass is going to be intercepted by the All-Pro DB Desmond King. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And out of bounds right around the 20.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on second down. Taylor. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Taylor now to throw on third down. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
At 25 to Mike. We'll go 25 to Mike. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. At 25 to Mike. We'll go 25 to Mike. Tighten up, tighten up. Let's go. At 25 to Mike. We'll go 25 to let's go.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
They're running. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
Again, it's Taylor. Complete. It's Henry. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a one-score game.
Check 99. Check 99.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Taylor. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Critical extra point up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard
Let's go.
line.
Do it.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Stafford. Pass incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Stafford now to throw. And that is incomplete. So now it's 4th down and short, and whatever they do, run or pass it, they've got to pick up the first here.
Yeah, and you mentioned running it. That is still an option, but as you also said, they've got to do it quickly and get back to the line of scrimmage.
Easy.
They snap it to Stafford. It's caught. Jones. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now it's Stafford. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
Second and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's second and 10 now from the 35.
Alert!
A carry now for McKissick. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
Blue 60! Middle! 49 to Mike!
Now Stafford. And that pass is going to be intercepted by the All-Pro DB Desmond King. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
with
right.
the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Now Gordon. It looks like he's going to be stopped short of the first down by about a yard. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So here comes a very important kick now from Michael Badgley. This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick is right there. It's good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play into overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over 1st and 10.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's in! Are you kidding me?
How do you give that
One
up?
of the most improbable ways to finish a game, and they do win it on the final play. This one is going to sting for a while. I mean, how do you let that happen defensively?
One stop.
One stop. I know that it's easy to say that from the booth, but
it is.
How do you let that happen, partner?
That's one of those where sometimes you get overzealous on defense, get out of your lanes, don't take care of your assignments. But let's just go ahead and focus on the offensive guy. Look what they got done.
Yeah.
They needed to make one play themselves, and they did it.
Yeah, that's the reverse side. It was a heck of a play and a heck of an ending to this script. And with the lead, no chance of a return spoiling this one here on the PAT. And the